Have you ever felt completely stuck? You know you have things to do, but you just can't bring yourself to care anymore. You might tell yourself, "I've just lost my motivation," or "I'm not interested in this like I used to be." It's a feeling so many of us know well, and it often follows periods of intense stress or even burnout. But what if I told you that feeling stuck isn't a dead end? It's actually a signal, a starting point for understanding what's really going on inside. Today, we're going to explore a powerful tool that can help you decode that loss of motivation. It's called the 5 E's Reflective Framework. It is a simple yet profound way to look at your experiences and figure out why you feel the way you do. Think of it as a map to guide you out of that feeling of being stuck and back toward clarity and purpose. The framework is built on 5 key stages: expectation, experience, evaluation, explore, and execute. It sounds a bit academic, but trust me, it's incredibly practical. We're going to break it down step by step, making it easy to apply to your own life right now. So, let's start with the first E, expectation. This is the secret ingredient that most reflective models miss. Before you started that project, took that job, or began that new routine, what do you expect would happen? Be honest with yourself. Did you expect it to be easy, fulfilling, or maybe to lead to a big promotion? Did you think your efforts would be recognized and appreciated? Our expectations, whether we're conscious of them or not, set the stage for everything that follows. They create a benchmark in our minds for what success or satisfaction should look like. A loss of motivation often begins right here, when reality doesn't quite match up with what we had hoped for. So take a moment to think about a situation where your motivation has faded. What did you originally expect from it? Next up is the second E, experience. This step is about objectively recounting what actually happened. Forget about judgment for a second and just describe the events. What did you do? What did others do? What were the concrete results? For example, maybe you expected a project to be a creative and collaborative journey, but the experience was one of tight deadlines, limited resources, and minimal team interaction. Just lay out the facts of your experience. The goal here is to create a clear picture of reality, separate from your feelings or your initial hopes. This contrast between expectation and experience is often where the first clues to your lost motivation are hidden. Now we move to the third E, evaluation. This is where you bring the first 2 steps together. How did your experience measure up to your expectations? Was there a gap? And if so, how big was it? This is also where you start to acknowledge your feelings. Did the gap between your expectations and reality leave you feeling disappointed, frustrated, unseen, or even a bit resentful? For example, if you expected your hard work to be celebrated but it went unnoticed, you might evaluate that experience as deeply deflating. Naming these feelings is crucial. They are valid emotional responses to the situation. Acknowledging this gap and the emotions it creates is the first major step toward understanding why your inner drive has stalled. The fourth E is my personal favorite, explore. This is where you become a detective of your own mind. You've identified the gap and the feelings. Now it's time to ask why. Why did this happen? Explore all the possible factors. Were your initial expectations unrealistic? Were there external obstacles you couldn't control. What beliefs or assumptions did you hold that might have influenced your reaction? For instance, do you believe that all hard work must be rewarded externally? Or perhaps you discovered that what you thought you wanted isn't actually what brings you fulfillment. Exploring is about getting curious, not critical. It's about digging deeper to find the root causes of your demotivation, moving beyond the surface-level symptoms. Finally, we arrive at the fifth E, execute. This is where reflection turns into action. Based on everything you've just uncovered, what are you going to do differently? This isn't about making massive, overwhelming changes. It's about creating a realistic, actionable plan. Your plan could be small. Maybe it's adjusting your expectations for the next project. Maybe it's learning to communicate your needs more clearly to your team. Or maybe you have realized you need to find a new role that aligns better with your core values. The key is to take the insight you've gained and use it to make a conscious choice. This is how you reclaim your agency and start to rebuild your motivation from a place of self-awareness and intention. So there you have it. Expectation, experience, evaluation, explore, and execute. The 5 E's framework isn't a one-time fix. It's a practice, a muscle you can build over time. The next time you feel that familiar drag of low motivation, don't just push through it. Pause. Use these 5 steps to understand the signal your mind and body are sending you. You'll not only understand your loss of motivation better, but you'll also be equipped to rediscover your purpose and energy. Thanks for joining me today. If you found this helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need it. You can also get the 5 E's Reflective Framework book at Amazon. See you in the next video.